So next they want you to take and center each string from the one that's in the middle so that the next middle value is right below it. So you start with one left turn, which was a 1, and then the next iteration you had a left left right, which was 1 1 0. So you're going to center that middle 1 underneath. And then you're going to do the same thing with the next string. You're going to center the middle value here, and then it's going to go out equally on both sides here. So that's what they want you to do. And then what is the number of bits in your string after n folds? So what you want to do is list n, what is your number of folds. So you start with 1 fold, 2 folds, etc. And then the number of bits. And you want to try to recognize a pattern there. So when you had 1 fold, you just had 1 bit. When you had 2 folds, you had 3 bits, 3 turns, and etc. And so you want to find the pattern between this number and this number. So as you continue that down, you're trying to find that pattern. A hint has something to do with doubling. Let's see here. What is the middle value? That one's pretty clear. And then how do the left and right hand sides relate to each other? So in this one, they say think of working your way from the middle out. So what they want to do is, as you list your bit string, here's the middle value here. And then what you want to notice is how do these two values compare that are 1 out from the middle? And then how do these two values compare that are 2 out from the middle? And so on. How do these two values appear? What's the relationship between them? So that's part C. And then in number 3, you just want to try to explain why those patterns are going to always continue. And think of it in terms of physically folding. What happens when you fold? When you make that fold, what happens that causes these patterns? And then for problem 4, they mention here that another way you can generate the patterns is to start with a 1, place a 1 on the left and a 0 on the right to get the second string, and then take those 3 bits and place empty blanks in them, preceding and after, and then fill in the blanks alternating with 1s and 0s. So here's how that looks. So you start with a 1, so that was your first bit string. Put a blank on the left and a blank on the right. Fill that in with a 1 and then a 0. That's your next bit string, 1 1 0. And then take the 1 1 0, put blanks in between those bits, and a blank on the end and a blank on the start. And then insert into these blanks 1 0 1 0, alternating. And then keep that pattern going. So they want you to use this to produce the bit string for 5 folds. So that's one more level than what we did here. So here we did 1, 2, 3, 4 folds. So for 5 folds, that is going to be the one in the notes here that he calls the second iteration. So you want to produce the bit string for this. It's just really hard to do it from paper folding, but if you notice that pattern, it's not too bad.